everyone, Ali here. Well, I hope you're all having a great day and thanks for stopping by. I've just recently finished making this card, so I'll link this card that I made up in the top right hand corner here. But while I had this die, I thought I would make another card with it. Now this actual die cuts into the paper but only cuts the outside on the top here. Okay, so leaving this one still attached to the paper. So I'm going to make another Mother's Day card today and just thought that this was a fun die to actually use. Now all the links to the products that I'm using will be listed over on my website, and my website link will be down below also. I am going to do it in a pink cardstock here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one side, then I'm going to turn it around and cut the other side, so leaving a bit like a doily effect. I've also got this Kaisercraft paper here that I thought I might actually use as a backing, and of course I'm going to mount it on some black cardstock before putting on my base cardstock here. Okay, so I hope that you do enjoy this. Don't forget, all the links are over on my website there. I will speed this up a little bit, and thank you for watching. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to cut this out using my Kaisercraft die cutting machine, and one side will cut out the paper but the other side won't cut the paper. So I've cut one side. I'm just going to remove the die, and I'm just going to turn it around and put it back through my die cutting machine. So this will actually leave like a bit of a doily sort of a effect as well. So I'll just cut the ends off using my Kaisercraft scissors here, just to make it all nice and easy. But I've just found on this one I need to actually cut some of the end off. So I'm just going to use my guillotine here just to clean it up and just cut it off. Now, because this die is about 13.5 centimeters in length, this is going to be a shorter card, so I can just cut away some of this paper here. So it'll be about 13.5 centimeters in length as well. So just use my guillotine just to cut that off. And I just want the background here just like a bit of a contrasting paper to the die cut here. So I'm just making some amendments to my cardstock here and just cutting off what I don't need with my guillotine. This die is also a dimensional die, which means the flower petals can actually be poked through to give it some dimension on the front. So I'm just going to go through and just poke all my petals out so they will stick out on the front of the card. And I'm just going to use some PVA glue just in the middle here, just to glue down this part of the die onto the paper here. Now, because this is a dimensional die, there's no real room to put a sentiment. So I've got some tag dies here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them out and I'm just going to stamp a sentiment on here, Happy Mother's Day, and it fits beautifully actually, so I'll just cut that out. Now, I did cut it out of white cardstock, but then I changed my mind and I'm just going to use the lighter colour pink cardstock. Once I stamp it with some VersaFine Black Onyx ink, I will actually use some clear embossing powder just to finish off the tag. Some foam dots here, and they're a dimensional foam dot, so I'm just going to put some of these on the back. Now I'm going to double the foam dot, so in other words, I'll put one foam dot down, release the paper, and I'll put another foam dot directly on top of the other foam dot, so that will create more dimension because these dots don't have a lot of dimension. Now, to finish this card off, I've got these pink diamantes and I've had these forever. So I've got some matte medium gel here and I'm just going to glue the diamantes down with my jewel pickup stick here. So I've got one of these and this is absolutely brilliant. It's got a sticky end and it picks up the jewels beautifully. Now, a little trick here is if you put a little bit too much gel medium on or glue or whatever it is, just get a dry paintbrush and just run it around the edges where the glue is oozing out. If you do this, however, stick your brush straight into water and when you finished your card, go and clean out your brush. But I find this is a great way of cleaning up glue that's oozing out there. And that's another Mother's Day card finished for today. I hope this has given you some inspiration. If it has, please give me your thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you do, don't forget to hit that notification bell. And until next time, everybody, stay creative. See ya.